Hi viewers, welcome again to my channel. Today we have a next business owner here to share with you about our journey on the digital space. So, hi Wilma, introduce yourself to our viewers. Thank you for being here.
Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is Wilma. I live here in Edmonton, Alberta, but I'm originally from the Philippines. I have three kids, and I'm running my digital business since 2019. And I found it because I was so hungry to look for another source of income. So back
Okay.
then I was like looking for a job online, but
Mhm.
I ended up in this digital space, and now I'm running my own um, business.
So, what caused you to be looking for a job initially?
Anything that I can earn something that would help me financially in our expenses as the household expenses. So I was looking for something that I can do at home because I work full time Monday to Friday and I do extra job weekend, and I tend to not have more time with my kids, especially when my son was like telling me that I don't you don't have time to us. You're always out. So it's
Mm-hmm.
hurt my feelings. It's like awakening to me that my youngest son, is usually alone at home because my two other kids are already working.
Okay.
So I have that feeling that I'm leaving him behind always. That's
Mm.
the reason why I was searching online, and I didn't know that the the one I'll be landing on is a business. So
Okay. So
how
now
I
that you have
started,
this, now that you have this business, do you still have the weekend job? You have three now, or just this business? And how many
still have I'm still keeping my full-time job. It's
your
still
full time?
my plan A for now. Plan B is this digital business, and eventually
Mm-hmm.
maybe later on or sooner than I expected, this would be my main source of income. So
Mm-hmm.
that's what I do. Sometimes I do part-time job,
Okay.
but
So
not
you
as
said
much as before.
okay. So you said you were looking for something. So you saw this ad, or somebody told you about it, or how did you find
I
it?
found it through Facebook. I was browsing,
Mm-hmm.
and then normally we're just browsing on the phone, but then I didn't expect that I will find this digital business on my timeline. When I was looking for a job, a side hustle online, I search it on Google.
Okay.
So I was just browsing normal during my spare time. I'm waiting, and then I found like it popped up on my screen an advertisement, a lady who's a fellow Filipino, a mom
Mm-hmm.
also. So that's what attract me, and
Mm.
I listened to her story the first time, but then I ignored it after a while, and then I started looking again for searching online on the Google, and then it keeps coming back on my screen, and I can't forget it. It keeps on lingering on my mind. I said
The same ad keep popping up, correct?
yes.
Yes. Okay. So what about when you found the business? Well, we watched the webinar. How many webinars did you watch before you actually came and say, yes, this is for me? Was it immediate? Did it take some time? What was the time process?
Oh, it took me. I watched it twice, and then I ignored it, and then I remember I we went to the Philippines for a vacation, and then I
Mm,
realized back home that it's so really very expensive nowadays to go back home. I said I really need to take it seriously when I come back. And
mm-hmm.
then I keep browsing again, looking for the online, and then I landed on also a fellow Filipina, but it's a different lady. Yes, and I said, oh, maybe this is different. I didn't expect that it's still in the same in the same community, and then I forgot about the first one. I didn't know that I still,
Yeah.
yeah, and then I forgot about it, and then we get connected. I
Mhm.
immediately watched the webinar because we live in the same province.
Okay.
So that's how I got into it. And then when I was about to really registered, that's when I found out because she asked me, "Did you watch the webinar before, like a video, something?" I said, I keep on saying no, but then the back of my mind, maybe I did. I don't really know. I said, and then yeah, it's so funny. I said, oh my God, this landed me in this digital space because I went away for a couple of months and then
Mhm.
came back with the same community, and maybe it's the answer to my prayer.
So how has it been being in the community now? How has the experience been? Now that you have joined the business and you within the community, what would you tell the viewers about being in the community? Because it's a large community, and then I guess you will have a smaller Filipino community. Tell the viewers about that experience being in the
Yeah,
community and
the
working
first
together.
time I watched the webinar, I was so surprised because the testimonial behind the webinar, there are Filipinos. And
Mhm.
I'm doubting myself if I can do it because I'm not a camera person. I'm shy and I'm not techie either. So, and then when I got into the other lady and she's young, I said, if maybe I can do it. So then back then, the community is like around 20 something thousand, not
Mm,
much.
yeah.
And now look at us, we're
We are
120,000,
124 going 20
122,000,
24 now, going on
24 now.
125.
Oh, look.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So, how has your experience been thus far?
it's, I can say it's hard. It's fun. Yeah, it's hard in the beginning. Anything you do, if it's for the first time, it's always hard. So
Mm-hmm.
in the beginning, it was hard for me because as I said, I'm not a tech savvy. I only know how to text, send a message via email. That's all I
Mm-hmm.
knew. But now I learned a lot. I learned so much. And it's
Yeah.
back then the training has is not that comprehensive now as before.
Mm-hmm.
It's updated. Before it's
Mm-hmm.
simpler.
Okay. Well, but since then to now, well, we have added more income streams. So I guess the
Mhm.
training has become bigger. So what would you say to those watching us and considering, like you, Googling for a side job or a side hustle? What would you say to encourage them instead of looking for that job, start this business? What would you say to them?
Yeah, for those of you who are watching and looking for something to do online, maybe part-time or full-time, this our community is legit. And yeah, it's normal for us to be like scared, just like myself. I'm so scared. Like maybe it's a scammer, something like that. So it's okay. It's normal for us because it's online. So yeah,
So
just try it. There's nothing to lose, and in it we offer a webinar for free to anyone to see our platform. And by then, after watching the webinar, it's free. You can see all the people in our community the back end office, so you can see it, how big it is, how wide we have, since it's global. And you you will see the entire community, the testimonial especially, that will um, prove that we are real. It's legit. And especially now, I'm almost 3 years in the business.
mm-hmm.
It helped me a lot because it helped to have a business at home, because you can write off the
Mm-hmm.
expenses on our business.
Yeah.
It helps financially.
So that is
And
one of the
another,
perks of
yeah,
being in the
another thing,
business tax
where
write
can
off.
you find a business that you can find? You can share it to your family. You can leave it like a legacy for them. and you can bring it.
So tell me, have any other family members joined the business with you?
I'm still encouraging my kids, but my youngest son is the one who's more interested
Okay.
because my two are
And
my eldest are both busy. They don't have
okay.
time.
So business partners, we say it's a global community. Do you have any business partners out of Canada, immediate business partners out of Canada?
They're here in Canada, but not in Edmonton.
Okay. So this business works for anyone we say 18 years and older. Although you say you weren't that tech savvy, you just know how to send a text. But after going through the training and being in business 3 years, almost 3 years, you could say you're relatively experienced now in the business. So as we say, you don't need much technical abilities. As we always say, you follow the training step by step, and once you follow the training, you're on your way. Would you agree?
Yes,
Well, yes. So the key thing is to not skip steps, and we encourage everybody to watch the webinar, watch a few webinars, read the emails, because the business is basically video, as we say, video based. So you have to watch videos. So if you can't watch that 90-minute video, well, maybe this is not the way for you, because although we have the supportive community, you have to run your business as an individual. Yeah.
yes. Since you
So
mentioned that the training is video based, it's like watching. It's very common that we're on the YouTube usually. It's the same. You plug and play.
yes. Okay. Well, thanks, Wilma, for being here. Before you leave, say something in your language in case we have somebody, a Filipino, bounce up on this video. Tell them something, encourage them to join the business.
Yeah, thank you. So, mga kababayan, kung nanonood ka, napanood ninyo itong aming channel, ini-encourage ko kayo na tingnan ninyo itong sinasabi namin na webinar kasi ito rin, dito kami pareho nagsimula. So, it's only 90 minutes. It's like watching a movie. And then everything will be laid out to you para maunawaan nyo yung platform nito. Kasi itong digital business, ginagamit namin yung social media for you to get used to use it, not to be used by social media.
Okay, thanks, Wilma. Thank you for taking your time out to join us. We wish you continued success in the business, continued growth and prosperity, and we hope you get all the desires and all that you need and want from this business opportunity. So, viewers, thank you again for taking time to watch this interview. We encourage you to check it out, to register and watch that webinar. Additional income stream is always good for anyone 18 years and older. We have persons from all ages, all races, all backgrounds, all countries within this business. So again, please like, share, subscribe, and we'll see you again in the next video. Thanks for being here.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me.